So one thing I've always found handy to do is just keep some Dean's teas. Like I have plenty. I bought 20 off eBay, and I think, if I remember correctly, it's about 11 quid plus a bit of postage or something like that. Can't remember exact. I prefer to use the Deans because a lot of my friends and the people I go trailing with, they use Deans. So if we're ever battery short or anything like that, we can always guarantee that we're going to be able to help each other out in some sort of way. Now, the end of these wires where I've desoldered them from in here, they're not in too great of a condition. They're a little bit tatty. So all I'm going to do is, because they're already pre-tinned but the end's bent, is rather than try and straighten it out and mess around, I'm literally just going to snip it where the bend is on both of them. So we've just got a little bit of fresh bit to work with. Just a little pointer with the Dean's T connector. If you hold it so it is the T shape, you're positive, and it does actually have it on there. You see there? That should always be your positive, and then the other one should be your negative. Some of the connectors don't actually have this, and some people do solder them the wrong way around, and then when they plug them in, things go pop. So yeah, just always check that out, make sure you've got it the right way around before you plug anything in. So this is where your solder mate is really handy. So on this side I've got the wire clamped in, and on this side I've got the Dean's connector. You can manipulate the arms so you can get them both to touch. So literally all I need to do now is just apply some heat with a pre-tinned tip, and just drive the solder straight in. I'll show you how to do that now. Another thing to do before you start soldering is make sure you put your heat shrink on your wires prior. Otherwise, some people might not want to do it, they'll just wrap tape around it, which, same again, is okay, but it's not perfectly ideal because it's not a safer connection. And also, when you're soldering onto the connector, make sure that you've not got any loose wires that can reach across and touch the other connector and cause a short circuit. Okay, so just reposition slightly so you can see. So all I'm going to do is just a little bit on the tip, and then, because obviously this is now where we need it to act pretty fast, so we're going to go on, just turn that around a bit, straight on, drive the solder in, this, keep the heat on. It's not a very good connection. Let's just tidy that up a touch. So just a little bit on one side that's not quite taken. Let's have a look. Okay, that looks fine to me. So we'll rotate that round, and we'll do the other side. Okay, so let's just do this side as well now. So you just drive solder into it. The solder obviously allows the heat transfer. There we go, so that one's gone perfectly fine. Just a light blow gives it enough just to cool down, because if you try and move it whilst it's still too hot, it might appear that it's in place, but as soon as you move it, it'll just break the joint straight apart. So just a little bit of a blow just to cool it down. Now I have noticed, see, I've applied a little bit too much heat for too long because the edge of the heat shrink started to shrink down. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lightly trim that piece off and slide it up, and we'll sort that out.